Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a special Fright Night Friday holiday update. Yeah, so got some new additions for the horror collection. Let's check them out today on the Multimedia Chronicles. Welcome back. So, as most of you will know, I'm a huge Frankenstein fan. And as some of you may also know, this past year, 2018, was the 200th anniversary of the original 1818 publication of the original novel. And to celebrate that, there was a couple of special edition magazines put out around Halloween. So we have this one from Life magazine, Frankenstein, The Man, the Monster, the Legacy. You get lots of posters on there. And being Life magazine, of course, is just full of beautiful photos and articles and stuff like that. Just great stuff. Gotta love it. So very nice history of Frankenstein. And then also Parade magazine did their own special to celebrate the 200th anniversary. Now, the Life magazine one goes more into the full history. Like, there's a lot of stuff about Mary Shelley and whatnot in there as well. This one touches on that a little bit, but mostly focuses on the various movie versions from over the years. So, some pretty cool stuff in both of these. I think they make nice companions to each other. So, yeah, couldn't resist picking those up, especially with all the Frankenstein movies I've been picking up and watching. And speaking of which, I got one of the Hammer ones. I got Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. Actually, I still haven't even unwrapped this one. But, yeah, Warner's been putting out more and more of the Frankenstein movies lately, and actually Scream Factory has even got into the Hammer stuff a little bit. They just released Dracula Prince of Darkness as a special edition. Definitely need to pick that one up. So I'm kind of cautiously hoping that in the foreseeable future, we'll have all of the classic Hammer horror monster movies on Blu-ray in some form. The one pain in the butt of it is Paramount holds the rights to a couple of them, and they don't seem to like to put any classic stuff on Blu-ray. Like, there's so much stuff in the Paramount catalog that's still only on DVD. I just don't know what's going on there. Anyway, as most of you will know, I really enjoyed the first three movies in this franchise. I still need to check out the TV series, actually. They did a TV series just this past year. So really looking forward to checking this one out, which is basically a prequel to the whole works. We have The First Purge. Yeah, so it's the origin story of how the Purge began and stuff like that. So very nice. I really enjoy this series a lot. It's a lot of fun. Scary, suspenseful, stuff like that. So, looking forward to seeing how it all started. Can we just angle that a little bit? Not so much glare. Next up, I missed out on the Special Edition Steelbook. Well, actually, truth be told, the Special Edition Steelbook was just too damn expensive after I did all the exchange rate and everything. So, I decided to just pick up the regular edition of this. It's the 2-disc Special Edition from Synapse Films. We have Dario Argento's Suspiria, the classic. As you know, I'm a huge fan of this film. And this is the long-awaited, full restoration of it that we've all been waiting for. There was a Blu-ray of this a few years back, but it was just kind of a slapdash job. This was a full restoration that Synapse did and was working on for a very long time, from a 4K scan of the original film, and apparently looks amazing. I haven't had a chance to watch this yet, but apparently looks great. So this is the 2-disc edition, which comes with, I guess, a Synapse catalog and stuff like that. The only thing missing is there was a 3rd disc with the soundtrack that came with the Steelbook. And then, of course, the Steelbook packaging and whatnot, which was quite nice. And I think there was some other goodies that came with it. But this has all the same contents as the Steelbook edition, just minus the soundtrack. I wasn't too worried about that because I still have my old Anchor Bay collector's edition of Suspiria, which also included the soundtrack. So I really wasn't too broken up about missing that because, well, I already have it. And then next up, I picked up the Scream Factory Special Edition of Poltergeist 2, The Other Side. So There we go. I did pick up a 2-pack that had Poltergeist 2 and 3, just the old Warner releases, but this is apparently a much nicer print and much nicer transfer, and is loaded with extras. So, very cool. Also, of the 2 sequels, this one is by far my favorite. I love a lot of things about this. Creature designs by H.R. Giger, and there's some stuff about him on here too. So, that all collectively kind of sold me on that. Plus the fact that I found it with the slipcover, which was quite nice to find. And another Scream Factory Collector's Edition. We got Trick or Treat. Yeah, great stuff. I wonder if we're ever going to get the sequel. There's supposed to be a sequel in the works that we've been talking about for ages, but I don't know. Hopefully one of these days. But, I mean, the original Blu-ray of this was pretty loaded with special features as well, but I'm always down for more. And this is a wonderful return to form for the anthology horror genre. This is just such a great movie. A lot of fun. And is now basically a Halloween tradition here in the Zaranizarak household. So, there we go. And yet another Scream Factory special edition. Picked up Creepshow. Yes, this is like a super duper deluxe edition of the movie in a hard box, much like what Arrow does. So they're kind of doing the Arrow thing now, which is kind of cool. And it comes with a booklet. Nice booklet all about the making of the movie. And then, of course, inside you can have the original poster art. And, yeah, just a really, really snazzy edition, which I'm very happy to have. Sadly, I missed out on the Arrow release of Creepshow 2. That is long out of print and stupid expensive now. So I guess I'll just get the regular Blu-ray of that at some point, unless there's a re-release of the Arrow version at some point. Now, last but most certainly not least, this has got to be like a sextuple dip by now. I picked up the Scream Factory limited edition, steelbook edition of John Carpenter's The Thing. Now, if we open this up here, there we go. It's a nice wraparound cover. Very nice. But it wasn't really for the artwork that I picked it up. No. What I picked it up for was this disc here. Because this is the new 2017 scan that Arrow did for their release. Now, the big difference here is the original Scream Factory release from a couple of years ago, which is this one here, was a 2K scan from an interpositive print, and it had some color timing issues that kind of annoyed me. The Arrow release was... the Arrow release, like I said, I've double dipped on this one a few times. It's one of my all-time favorites. The Arrow release was actually a 4K scan from the original negative and does not have any of the color timing issues that the Scream Factory one did. So it is the best one by far. Big time. Yeah, so basically that's the reason I got this, was just because I don't have a region-free player, so I can't actually watch this one, which is kind of annoying because it's got a ton of cool extras. And it's got a really good book with it, too, that has some great essays about the film. So actually I watched this, I don't know, about a week ago. I watched the 4K scan for the first time. It's not a 4K disc. It's still just a Blu-ray disc, but it's from a 4K master. And can confirm, looks beautiful. I've never seen the movie look that good before. It's just phenomenally good looking. And well worth it. And it's a cool steelbook. But, yeah, I think now I am done with getting different editions of the thing, just because I have so many. And basically the only reason I kept repurchasing them was because each one was deficient in one way or another. Or in the case of the Scream Factory one, I mean, for the new extras, obviously. This includes all of the content from the regular Scream Factory edition. The only difference is it has that one additional disc with the 4K scan on it. So, without any fear of contradicting myself, that is the only version I will watch going forward. I mean, it blows away the old Universal Blu-ray, big time. And even blows away the original Scream Factory release, which at the time was the best it had looked at the time. So little did we know, a year later, Arrow was going to pull out all the stops and outdo them. But then Scream Factory was like, oh, well, we'll take that print and we'll do a steelbook re-release and money, 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 money. Yeah. Anyway, great stuff. Love me, The Thing. Alrighty, well, that is it for the horror updates. Hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you next time. So until then, big thanks to you for watching. Big thanks to my Patreon sponsors. Be sure to catch me live on Twitch pretty much all the time. I'm either making these videos that you're seeing, or playing video games, or just hanging out and chatting with the peeps. And, yeah. So we'll see you next time. Till then, sayonara. Boo. Anyway, welcome back. So as many of you may know, well, first off, you'll know I'm a huge Frankenstein fan, and you may further know that this year, 2018, was the 200th anniversary of the original publication of the original Frankenstein, the 1918 version. 1918? No, that's not 200 years ago. I have the thing 5 times over on Blu-ray. I've got the original Universal release, Region A. I've got the Region Free UK release. And then I've got the Scream Factory release. Then I've got the Region B Arrow release. And now I've got the Steelbook. So, oh, and I've got the Anamorphic DVD because it has the uncensored commentary on it. Yep. Just a little obsessed. What can I say? What can I say?